My name is Joel Carpenter for Project Manager Shoulder Lethality. Today we're going to go over mounting the EOTECH Magnifier and EOTECH Optic on an M7 rifle. First thing we do, step one, is ensure that our rifle is clear. Which it is. Alright, the tools that we're going to need to do this is a torque wrench that is in inch pounds. We are going to need a wide flat tip screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver. First thing to do before we mount is we're going to establish our length of pull on our rifle. To establish the length of pull on our rifle, we're going to put the buttstock in the crook of our arm, hold over, and we are going to adjust the buttstock until the palm of our hand meets the palm on the rifle's pistol grip. Once the length of pull is established, we can begin our mounting process. When you receive your 3x magnifier, it's going to come in two pieces. Right? You have a hinge piece and you have the actual 3x magnifier, and they have to be connected together. These magnifiers can be adjusted to open from the left or to the right to accommodate left-handed and right-handed shooters. For a right-handed shooter, we want this to open to the right. For a left-handed shooter, we want it to open to the left. In this case, I am a right-handed shooter, so I'm going to set this optic up to rotate to my right. In order to do that, you take your swing arm. On the bottom of your 3x magnifier, you have two holes that your screws are going to come in. When this kit comes, you will have a long set of screws and a short set of screws with a spacer. We are going to use the short set of screws without a spacer. Simply put your magnifier on the base. We'll take your screws, your Phillips head screwdriver tip, we will make them snug. And then with your inch pounds torque wrench, we are going to set it to 24 inch pounds. And I will torque these screws down to 24 inch pounds. In this case, this is a breakover torque wrench, so when it breaks over, my torque is established 24 inch pounds. All right, from there, your bodies are installed and we can start putting them on our weapon system. So when we mount our 3x magnifier on our weapon system, we need to mount it so to establish proper eye relief. Generally speaking, with our magnifier, we are going to be, a good starting point is 6 slots in. So we're going to take that, 6 slots in. There is a bar on the bottom that locks into your 1913 rail section. We will put that onto our 6th rail section, and there's a locking bar that we will push over to lock the optic in. From there, I will mount the rifle, look through the 3x magnifier to ensure that my length of pull and my eye relief is correct. If it is too far away and I have concentric circles, or too close, I can dismount the 3x magnifier and move it forward or back on the rails to establish proper eye relief. The way that we do that is there is a small locking lever on the front. We push the small locking lever in and we can open the throw lever. In this case, I'm going to move it 1 rail section back. Before I lock this in, I'm going to apply downward pressure and forward pressure to ensure that the locking pin on this optic is pushed into the 1913 rail. Push down and apply forward pressure and lock it. I will recheck eye relief. If the eye relief is correct, the mounting is correct, and we're done with that. So the next thing we can mount is our actual EOTECH optic. The mounting process for this is because we're using our 3x magnifier, we've already established our length of pole and our eye relief. We're going to take this optic, we're going to put it as close as physically possible as we can without touching our 3x magnifier. So again, it has a locking lever on it, just like your 3x magnifier. To lock it in, you have a locking bar you push in to unlock. I will mount it as close as I physically can to my 3x magnifier without them touching. Once I feel like it is mounted as close as I can, I will lock that locking lever. The 3x magnifier and the EOTECH have a tension adjustment on it. In this case, I've installed the EOTECH on it and the tension is not correct and this sight moves. The way that we fix that is we have tension adjustment nuts on both the magnifier and the EOTECH. So I will dismount the EOTECH, push in the locking lever, and open my lever. And I will take my flathead screwdriver and I can turn this nut in to increase the tension. Of note, very important, before this is moved, the locking lever has to be open. It cannot be closed or you run the risk of breaking the system. So open, you take your flathead screwdriver, adjust it as many clicks as you think it needs to be adjusted, and reinstall it on the 1913 rail as close to my magnifier as I can get it. We'll lock it in, pushing down and applying forward pressure, and lock it. That locked it in, it is tight. The EOTECH is installed and ready to be used.